All right, so today I want to talk to you about something that's changing the entire marketing landscape right now, and that's AI SEO. If you're a freelancer, digital marketer, or agency owner, this is one of the biggest opportunities you have to grow your business, get high-paying clients, and also grow your brand online. This is also useful for you if you are a small business owner or entrepreneur and you're trying to grow your brand. This video is being sponsored by SEMrush. More on them later. AI is changing the way that people find businesses and make purchases online. Back in the day, it was all about SEO and Google search or search engine optimization. People were getting website traffic from being recommended in the top 10 listings on Google search or Bing search. But with AI, ChatGPT, Google AI summaries, and Google Gemini, and tools like Perplexity, this is really changing the landscape and is changing the way that your brand will get found online. And if you know how to do AI SEO, you can really thrive in this time period. Right now, people are going into tools like ChatGPT and asking it questions on recommendations for restaurants, recommendations for local businesses, and recommendations for businesses in general. What you want to do is you want to make sure that ChatGPT is recommending your business and your brand so you can get free website traffic and make money. One of the primary ways to get yourself mentioned is to build a very strong online brand so that tools like ChatGPT can easily summarize what you're about, who you help, and point people to make purchases directly on your website. The way that AI SEO recommendations work is that these tools are looking at multiple sources and then summarizing that information. It doesn't just show a list of websites. It actually gives a summary. So the question becomes, is your brand part of those sources and summaries? When AI tools summarize information, do they recognize your company as an authority in that topic? Here's why your brand matters more than ever now. These AI tools like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, they're not just scanning websites. They're analyzing your brand's total ecosystem. That means you want to make sure your website about page, your bio, who you are is clearly defined and described on your website. Your social media content also matters because they're checking to see your brand and how it ranks for credibility. So this means your Instagram, your TikTok, YouTube videos, podcasts that you have, or podcasts that you've been featured on. All those things are being taken into account. Also, collaborations or mentions of you and your brand on other people's websites. All of these signals help the AI tools recommend your business. I actually have a tool that I'm using right now to really help me understand where my brand stands in this AI ecosystem. And that tool is SEMrush's AI SEO Toolkit. So the first thing that I actually did was I did an AI SEO brand audit. And so I used a tool, I plugged in my website, almabradford.com, to see where I stand. It gave me a comprehensive report as well as recommendations on what I could do to improve that. And I'm actually taking time to implement those strategies. It's amazing how this tool analyzed my website. And now I have so many topic ideas. I actually have to go back to the drawing board and work with my team to create new content so we can optimize my brand to get found on these sites like ChatGPT. And in fact, just really quick, I actually have people who have told me that they found me through a ChatGPT recommendation. So with this AI SEO toolkit, my goal is to continue getting recommended and be at the top of these recommendations when people go and query different questions. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. All right. So when you go into SEMrush's AI SEO toolkit, the first thing you want to do is type in your website domain and then click on check AI visibility. So I'm going to go ahead and type mine in, which is my main website. Then I'm going to click on this button. All right. So it's going to give me a rundown on where I stand. Okay. And I have a lot of work to do actually. So it gives you a high level overview. It also shows you based upon specific AI platforms like this drop down right here, ChatGPT, AI overview and AI mode, just looking at the various engines. It's also showing me the topics and sources, the main way that people are finding my brand. One of the things that SEMrush has that I really, really like is they have a section called brand performance. And I'm going to go there and show you because I have a detailed analysis from this tool that's actually going to show you what you need to work on very, very specifically. And so I want to focus on this for this video. So you're going to go to the brand for performance and click on that. All right, you're going to put in your domain name here and click on analyze. And I actually did this earlier, so I'm going to go and click on view report so you can see it. All right, so what it's doing is actually taking my brand, which a lot of you know me for being someone who teaches people how to grow an agency, freelance, service-based business. And I have a lot of different topics I talk about. If you've been following me for a while, you know that. But it actually looks at other people, other brands, other companies in my industry for the topic areas that I'm already known for. And it compares me against them. And so why this is important is because I can now see my weak spots and I can start creating more videos, more blog posts, updating my website with these specific content areas. And this report is so detailed because it gives you exactly what to talk about. So it has some reports where it ranks you against similar brands like Digital Marketer, for example, which they kind of talk about similar things to me. And I do have things that I'm a little bit different about, but it's probably one of the most similar brands. So I can kind of compare myself against that website. So it goes into share of voice versus sentiment, and it ranks me there. And down here, it gives you this overall sentiment, favorable, general, and then share of voice. And really, I don't have a lot of visibility in this area compared to some of these other competitors. I need to really work on that. And so you can click on this link, for example, called Narrative Drivers. Okay. And then it's going to give you more detail for that. And when you scroll down here, it's actually going to give you specific topics. Okay. So these are topics that I need to be talking about because my competitors are talking about it and they have content on that. Okay. One of them is, how can service providers manage revisions efficiently? How can agencies implement a client success framework to reduce churn? How do you create a scalable onboarding checklist for new hires? And this is something I actually have a few videos on, but I need to really up it on this. I need to really focus on it. And it goes into detail. For example, this one right here, I'll go to the top one, the first one. When you go to that drop down, it literally gives you things to talk about. So what I could do is take this and just copy it and then start building out a script. I can write blog posts. I can do podcast episodes about this and put it on my website. So now I'm able to align with what exactly people are searching for and they need help with. So my brand can get recognized on these AI tools. Okay. Another place I really like is where it says strategy recommendations. These are specific things I can do. So one of the recommendations is telling me is unify Alma Bradford's brand entity across profiles and directories. It mentioned about inconsistent program naming, pricing, opacity. So basically, I need to really make sure my Instagram, my YouTube, my website is pointing and talking about the same things. One of the things that I like that it explained here is that it says audit and align brand identifiers, bios, and program names across Teachable, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Crunchbase and major course directories, and add a concise about Alma Bradford boilerplate and standardized program descriptors to every own and partner asset. Basically what it's saying is that, and I realize it's something I have to do, is on my website, I need to explain my specific service offers, my programs, my courses, my coaching programs, my agency services, my digital products. And I need to list out what they do in detail. And I need to put the price there, which is something I'm so happy I use this tool because I feel like I have so much clarity now. Like I'm just being very transparent. I feel like I have so much clarity because when I do that now, when someone goes into ChatGPT and they say, hey, I want to learn how to build client onboarding systems in my business. I want to grow my agency. I want to get more clients. Now, if I have this really clear on my website, ChatGPT will say, hey, well, Alma has a client onboarding checklist that you can download right here, or Alma has a client onboarding digital product course that you can purchase for X amount of money. And this is what you need to do is be very clear on your website about what you sell and put your prices and describe your offers. In my case, I have courses and digital products. I also have an agency, which I may do that. We can maybe do another video like from my agency brand audit, and I can kind of, go down the route with you with that. But right now I'm focusing on my Alma Bradford brand, which is a lot of training and consulting work that I do. And I have courses. So I need to make sure ChatGPT is telling people to purchase my courses and to purchase my digital products. All right. Another thing I really like is, okay, it says create an AI ready resource hub answering the most queried topics. I need that. So I may need to create some blog posts. It also says launch a public single source content hub that clearly documents program overviews, typical 90-day outcomes, sample curriculum, tool stacks, onboarding SOPs, and pricing strategies. So basically, again, like I said in the first section, but basically what it's telling me is that I need to explain everything I do, my courses, how much they cost and what they do. And also I need to do more client testimonials. I need to do client case studies. Case studies are really powerful. So I want to try to go to some of my past clients and do a full case study breakdown to show the results they got after working with me within the first 90 days. This way, ChatGPT is going to see your client testimonials, your client case studies, and they're going to start ranking your brand. Okay. All right. So there's more things that goes into, and the beautiful thing about this is you can click on export to PDF. All right. And then you can email it to yourself, or if you're doing this for your client, you can email it to your client and you can give them a complete PDF rundown and report of this whole thing with all the recommendations. Okay. All right. So here's a PDF. You can send this to your clients and they can have exactly what they have to do, right? So one of the things as a service provider you can offer is this type of a service, an AI audit service, AI SEO audit service. And you want to use this SEMrush toolkit, easily do this for your clients. And you can charge money just to do an audit, AI SEO audit. That's one of the services you need to be offering right now. Okay. So you can, it gives them a complete list of things they have to do. Okay. And your clients are going to love this for you. And then you're going to charge more money to implement all the suggestions that the toolkit gives you. Okay. That's the beauty of it. All right. So it gives you these suggestions. So now let's go over to the next one, which is, I like this one called the questions. Okay. I like this because it's kind of showing you where I am doing well. The topic of operations, systems, and SOPs, I'm actually doing pretty well here. And it shows you based upon these areas. I need to do better with when it comes to AI enablement for agencies, like helping agencies with different AI tools. So I should probably create more content for that on my website. Okay. And it's giving you these areas of how people are querying and asking these questions. Like, for example, pricing, packages, and offers. A lot of people type into ChatGPT, how much money should I charge for XYZ service? How should I price my services? So in this area, people are asking, how can B2B service providers productize their services, right? Does Alma Bradford provide a pricing calculator or rate card for agency services? Can Alma Bradford help migrate from hourly to value-based pricing? This is exactly what I needed help with. This is the content I need to create. So ChatGPT can keep recommending me. So you see how this is working? I'm just showing you my brand, and this is what you could be doing with your clients, with your own business. So you can start getting recommended in these tools like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Perplexity, right? So it goes through every single content area. This is what you really need. I love this section here. Again, they give you AI strategic opportunities. It goes into lots of detail, right? And it ranks it medium, urgent. So the ones you see in red, it's basically saying that I need to really focus on these areas right now, which I want to do. So again, you can continue to send these reports to your clients if you're doing it for yourself. I actually did my own report so I can go back and reference it and go back to my team and start creating more content on these topics. While I was recording these videos, SEMrush made some updates to the name of the AI SEO toolkit. It is now the AI Visibility Toolkit, and you can now purchase this toolkit individually or as one solution with SEMrush One, which gives you both the SEO toolkit and AI Visibility Toolkit all in one. You really need to have this. I'm just blown away with how much information it gave me. It showed me all my weak spots, where I need to improve. And so now I have a game plan. I have this complete audit report I can use this and optimize my business, my brand, and get found. The future right now is in AI SEO. You need to build a strong brand. This toolkit will help you do exactly that. If you want to give it a try, go ahead and go to the link in the description of this video and try out SEMrush's AI SEO toolkit. All right, I'll see you in the next video.